Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It is ITH from THMOTO. Doing a little different style video today. So we're gonna do a garage tour. So you have not seen my bike yet. So we'll start by doing a tour of it. Just a little 360. If I was smarter, I probably would have pulled out my wife's car and like actually done this the right way and had it in the middle of the garage, but that's okay. You'll be able to see everything that you want to, or that you need to see from here. So I'm going to show you what I've done to the MT-07 and how my garage and life has changed since I got this bike about 6-7 weeks ago now. So first things first, we'll go over the mods to the bike. You can see here, this is the windscreen that has recently been installed that has allowed the filming of the video since I don't have a chin mount yet. My camera goes right here and it films me and the road. This windscreen helps freeway speeds be tolerable. What no one tells you about a naked bike is that that wind is hitting you right in the chest and the face. And it might not be a big deal for a smaller person, but I am quite large, and like 50% of my body is my head and torso, and I just feel like a friggin' parachute when I'm sitting up on the bike and on the freeway, and you can't like tuck or anything because there's nothing to tuck behind. So I put that windscreen on there, and it's definitely made it a lot more tolerable, a lot better experience for me. Even when I'm not tucked, like the air kind of like deflects over to where it's only hitting me in the neck and the head instead of all up and down. So that has really helped a lot and been very nice. I have not done bar in mirrors or eliminated my mirrors. I really like my mirrors. I think my one of my coworkers said that my bike looks kind of like a tarantula hawk or like a wasp or something. I think it does, and I actually like it a lot. I don't, at least for now. We'll see what happens. I have not done many mods other than that, but I'm going to show you the ones that I have. So everything that I've got, I've either got from Revzilla or TST Industries directly. So the TST stuff I will show you real quick. We'll start with the lights first. So actually, let me just had my key in because I took a helmet to work the other day, my extra helmet up there, because I had a coworker that used to have a Ducati. I told him to bring his helmet so he could ride the bike, and he said he gave it to the guy that he sold it to because he didn't need it anymore. So he said he was a large, and I said, oh, I have a large, and I will bring it to you. And I did, and it fit him. So now he can ride my bike. Kind of cool. So these lights, obviously stock on the MT-07 daytime running lights, but I got these really cool DRL replacements for the front here. Now these stock are just like a rectangle, and they're orange all the time. So, and then they blink, obviously they turn into blinkers, but I like the white ones better, honestly. And then they flash orange when you turn on the blinker, and then they go back to white. And obviously same on this side. They're stupid bright when the blinker's on. They're not that bright when they're the DRLs, but bright enough to help get noticed. But these definitely steal the show in the front of the bike. That's it for lighting on the front. On the back, we went with the tail tidy kit here. So fender eliminator from TST, did the high mount license plate here, not the adjustable one. I don't ever need to tuck my license plate, at least I hope I don't. But got the license plate light with it, so I don't get pulled over for that stupid thing. But in terms of other stupid things, I got, and you'll be able to see here, I got the sequential turn signal indicator and rear light. So I actually have it on sequential right now, so you can kind of see. It shows the direction that you're turning, which is very nice. And then obviously on the other side, it does the same thing. So my favorite thing about this thing is that it's actually got 9 modes. So it's got just the regular brake light, the semi pulse like that, like I have it set on, and then a permanent pulse. I don't really like that. I don't want to give anyone behind me like a seizure or anything when I'm stopping. Or I mean, I guess it could just not be on the brake the entire time. I just feel like that's kind of dangerous. But and then it has sequential, non-sequential, and then I forget what the other turn signal mode is, but I have it set up the way that I like it right now. So that's it for lighting. I really wish that I would have realized that I was going to do motovlogging or how-to videos or whatever you want to say before I would have installed it, because it's 21 and up for the MT-07, because obviously this generation, this body style of MT-07 has been around since 21. But if you know anything about MT-07s, they changed some things on 23 when they came out with the TFT screen. So they're a little bit different in terms of the wiring, like how it works, and then the placement of the wiring for these things. I figured it all out, but it took me a long time, and it probably would have been helpful if I would have filmed a video for someone else once I actually figured out what I was doing. But it's okay, I did figure it out. But just know, if you get the TST lighting kit, you're gonna have a little bit of a time. Even Yamaha switched up some of the bolt sizes as well. So some of the stuff that they tell you on the YouTube videos and the instructions is just straight up wrong. But if you have a set of hex keys like this, then that should help you considerably, because you won't just have the couple of sizes that they tell you, but you'll have a wide range of them, standard and metric. This was like $30, not bad at all. I'll go over some of my tools here in a little bit. No one tells you how many tools you're gonna need when you buy a motorcycle if you wanna do literally anything, even oil changes. But no big deal. I probably should have tools as a adult man anyway, or just even as an adult living in a house, you know, you got to fix stuff every now and then. All right, so now away from lighting, turn my key off before I forget that my bike is running. The other stuff I've done to the bike. So I also got the TST Industries crash protection kit. So that has a rear axle spool, goes through to the other side. The really cool thing about this, it looked a lot more invasive for someone who doesn't know anything about turning wrenches and working on a bike. It really looks a lot more intimidating than it is. The bike comes stock with a hole through the axle, so this actually mounts very, very easily. What else do we have here? So, same thing for the front fork sliders. There's a hole just in the front fork that goes all the way through, and tighten these down. It requires very, very low spec torque wrench. Like if you just do a little bit past tight with a wrench, then a little bit past like a normal tight, then that'll do it. I think it's like 10 pounds for the front and back. So the lowest torque setting that my wrench has was 20, so I just did that. Besides those, it also came with the bar ends. Bar ends, I like these a lot. And then I got the Evo frame sliders. So I did not do just the regular circle one. I think that this one looks really cool. And I'm actually happy I did this because, so it's the same thing on the other side here. But I also, I guess I should show you this here. It's not part of the bike. This is part of the crash protection kit, but I do have another mount that came with the Insta360, and this actually can grip onto this. So I could very easily like put the camera on the side of the bike here and get some cool shots that way. Just gives me some some flexibility in terms of the things that I can do with the camera, hopefully to get some creative vids for y'all. Here's some more of my tools and like cleaning stuff down here. And then I have all my old parts that came off the bike back there in that box. That's definitely a good idea to keep that stuff in case warranty work, or in case you sell the bike and the person who you sell it to doesn't want all that stuff. So I got to get a tool chest or something to get everything all together. In terms of the other thing that I have for the bike, I think that about covers it, except the quad lock. So the quad lock case, I got the vibration dampener as well. This is specifically, it is a, I'll put that back on. It's kind of hard with one hand, she said. Anyways, this is a universal kit. It's not specific to the MT-07. And again, something that nobody tells you on this bike until you realize it yourself is that, these handlebars are tapered. So they start like really thick in the middle, on top of the tree here. And then they go out to thinner at the end of the bar. So the internal ring size, it comes with 3 internal rings. This is the size for this, but it's the smallest one that they have. So you can see it's actually held up with a zip tie. You can't actually tell, you can't see it when this is on here. So it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't hate it. I would like it if it did not need that, but I saw a couple people after lots and lots of research, because like I said, nobody tells you this. So one guy, I think, told me he put electrical tape under here, and maybe I'll do that eventually, but I actually kind of like this because my phone is so big. I have the 14 Pro Max. My phone is so big that when the case is on here, it like pushes up against this, so it doesn't move anyway, because it can go back like this, like if I brake hard or something. But that's never happened so far. And no matter how hard I accelerate, it's not going anywhere, because that's the farthest that the zip tie travels. So that's what I've done to the bike so far. I know very, very mild in terms of what a lot of other people do to their bikes in terms of cosmetic stuff, but I like it a lot. I think that especially the rear end, how it looks more like a proper sports bike, even though it's a naked bike, it's a hyper naked, you know? So it's supposed to look a little bit sporty, but with the big ol' fender on the back, like sticking 3 feet off of the tail, it just didn't look that sporty. So it looks a lot nicer now. But yeah, you can see how clean this is. TST does a really good job. It's a thoughtful kit with all the pieces that they give you to make it look like it was supposed to look like this from the factory. So that is pretty cool. Now, as promised, the rest of the garage, as you can see, we are a performance-oriented family. This is the wife's Kia Forte here, only the best for my boo. Then we have his and hers helmets, the Kings flag. I don't know if I've told you I'm a LA Kings fan yet. Living in Las Vegas, that's a lot of fun. My Fortnite neck gate here. So this is my attire area. I have my riding boots. I've been wearing them less and less, but I do love them. They're really cool. The one jacket that I own, my visor cleaner, my helmet, and then my wife's helmet, and then tools. So these I actually got for my torque wrench. So you can see the bits here for every now and then when I need to torque something down to specification. You saw my one torque wrench. I don't have the inch pounds one. I only have the foot pounds one. So just the big boy. And then this tool set here. I think total in terms of tools, so that was 100, that was 30, that was 30 or 40. And then the torque wrench, the pokey set, this actually came in really, really handy when I was doing the lights and the crash protection kit. I've probably spent like, I don't know, $300 on tools. So that's not really that bad, honestly. And I have I think at this point, everything that I could possibly need to do anything that I could possibly need to from my bike. So, I mean, I highly doubt anytime soon I'm going to be doing like my own valve adjustments or anything, but oil changes, and if I do any other customization stuff, I will have the tools to do it. So not too bad. Oh, also this is really cool. I forgot about these two things. Okay, so maybe like 500 bucks in tools, but that thing is a foldable mat that holds up to 1 liter of fluid in the center, and it's got a changeable pad. So you just put the bike over that, put the paddock stand underneath the rear axle spools, lift it up, and then put whatever you're working on over the pad, and it'll keep your garage floor from getting stained. So nothing that you see on this garage floor is from us, it's from the previous tenants. When I have cleaned my chain or lubed it, I've done it over the pad and kept the floor clean. So yeah, like you just put this right here over the pad, and then you're not going to lose anything, or you're not going to stain the floor, and then just pop the pad out and wash it and go again. So I really like that a lot. Again, all that was purchased on Revzilla. The Cobalt tools were purchased at Lowe's, but everything else that you see, all the gear, all the cleaning stuff, all the quad mount was at Revzilla, or the place that I bought my bike. I did buy a couple pieces of the gear, like my helmets. I was definitely intimidated to buy a helmet online for my first helmet purchase. So I bought that at the place that I bought my bike too, which was Ride Now on Rancho here in Vegas. So yeah, that's a tour of my bike and my garage. If you have any questions, let me know. I love to see this stuff from the community, so I thought I would make one of my own. You won't see my bike too often on this channel. You'll mostly be seeing my helmeted head and the world. So enjoy it. Y'all take care. See you on the next one. Peace.